Okay, on Friday we'll have our, did you check our Daigler site? We will have our second formative test on Friday. Okay. Second formative assessment on binary arithmetic, representation, addition, and subtraction. Okay. Okay, so we will cover this. How many slides? Number systems, converting positive numbers, and then subtraction and representation of negative numbers. Okay. So I have all some. Did you take the formative, the practice tests? No. So you take the test here, no? This will be available on Friday at 8 a.m. So by the way, I'm thinking we'll not hold ano na lang, no? We'll not hold a session on Wednesday, so it will be free for you to prepare. Okay, because supposedly I was thinking it should be supposedly to be on a Wednesday. Okay, but I'd rather I move it to the weekend so that those who have internet problems, okay, can take the exam over the weekend. Okay, now Kugatse, you can take the exam sometime. Okay, because you have just came in. Okay, you'll have the option to take the exam sometime now.
Yes, sir, pero I don't have the password.
For the ano ba? There's no password for the second formative. Haven't you taken the first formative assessment?
Not yet po.
Okay, I'll schedule you for the weekend. Okay, and
Okay,
then you are not supposed to take the second assessment yet, or maybe can you take it tomorrow, or are you ready to take it tomorrow? Not yet.
I'm ready, sir.
Okay, I'll email you the password today. Okay.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Today. And then so that I'm not sure if you're ready to take the second one by Friday. So anyway, it's you will be exempted for that anyway, no? Because we'll have our 17th, our second formative test on September 17th. That's a Friday, okay? Over the weekend,
Yes.
everyone, no? So we'll have no lecture session on Wednesday. Is that okay? No? No lecture session on Wednesday. You can do the practice tests. There are two practice tests, no? And then we will solve the second practice test today. Okay. My boys won't hesitate to run. Any questions so far? Any questions? Okay. Let me look at the second practice test. If you have taken this already, no? Binary conversion. This is the first practice test. Is this still open? Let me check. I-open ko na lang ito hanggang I'll just set this open until maybe at the weekend. So okay. So I've discussed this already, right? The first formative test. Yeah, this is still open until Friday. I can until Saturday, no? So open pa siya because our test will be on the 17th. Let me just move it until the 18th, no? So you can still practice this. And the second, ano? How many took this? Only 10. Okay. There are 10 allowed attempts, but there are 29 attempts already. This is still very few, no? There's about 100 of you. I suggest you take this, even though we have discussed the answer already. Okay. And then the second practice test, no? Okay. So we'll have this anyway. The practice test. This is the second practice test, okay? Which we are going to discuss today. Okay. So 10 from our group, and then in this group, there are 10 of you, and then 28 of the total number of students. Okay, any questions? Let's do this now. No? Okay. Convert the number 83. I think I've given the solution to this already. To one's complement.
Excuse me po, sir. May hindi po nakapasok sa Zoom Meet, sir. Ipa-admit po daw sila.
Yeah. Thank you for telling me, no? Bakit hindi? Hindi ko makita yung kanilang pangalan. Yeah, there are 4 of them. Ang dami nila. Okay. Just let me round down with this quickly, okay? Awing, Kalyo, you're there.
Present, sir.
Kanakan, you're there.
Yes, sir.
Labrador, you're there. Maningo,
Present, sir.
Placer, Rainwa, I saw your name. Okay. Welcome back. Remoreras,
Present po, sir. Present. po, sir.
Rivo, Sevilla. Yep. Okay. So anyway, that's all for the moment. I'll check that again. No? So convert 83 to one's complement form. There are 2 ways to do this. No? You can convert 83 to binary. Let's do that in Excel. The solution is there already. No? $83 to one's complement. But this is the first way is to subtract it from its one's complement. Okay, subtract it from what's the next power of 2? Subtract from the next power of 2 or next digit, no? Next power of 2 minus 1. Okay, what's the next power of 2? 127. Okay, so this equal to 127 minus 83, no? So okay, 44. Okay, so this is easy to do. 32, 16, no? 8, 4, 2, 1. Okay, you follow? So we'll just make the usual formula, which is to get the weight by multiplying, no? This and this, no? And then we'll just copy this. Okay, and then we'll get a sum of this. Okay, and then we'll deduct it from 44. Okay, so equals this minus 44, and we'll make this red so that it will be obvious. No? Okay, we follow. So we pick a 1 at 32. So we're left with 12. We cannot do this. We cannot use 16, but we can use 8. We're left with 4. And then we have 0, 0. So the one's complement of, what's the answer? We'll just bold this. All borders. So that's the answer, no? We follow. Or another way is, the other way is flip zeros and ones. Okay, so we'll copy this, no? But this time we are going to convert 83. First. Okay, we'll use 83. Okay, we need a 64, okay? We need a 64 because an 83 is there, no? So by the way, there should be a zero here somewhere, no? Dapat may zero ito isa, but it's okay, no? Dapat may zero ito isa. Anyway, for the ones complement, kasi i-convert na natin ito eh. No? Okay. Let me check if I can move this. Okay. May zero dito. They follow because we are considering 64. Okay. May zero dyan. Okay. So let's just remove this first. Because the next power of ano is 1 to 7. So dapat we should include the 64, okay? Is this the sum? And we'll copy this. Okay. Now we'll have 83. Okay, you follow? And then we'll remove this first. Okay. Any questions? So we are using the second method, which is flip to save the zeros and the ones. First, we convert 83. So we need a 64. We're left with 19, so we cannot have this. We're left with 16 can be done, no? Dapat i-bold natin ito. This should be bold also. It should also be bold, okay? Okay. Do you follow? No. Any questions so far? Now we're left with 3, so we cannot mark this. We cannot mark 4. We can mark 1, this and this. Okay, do you follow? So look at the answers, no? It's just a flip of 0. It's just a flip of zeros and ones. So we will flip the 1 to 0. We'll flip the 0 to 1. We'll flip the 1 to 0. We'll flip the 0 to 1. This 0 to 1, and this is a 0. This is a 0. This is our answer. Okay. Then we'll just bold. You follow? So we have the same answer, right? Look at that, no? Different methods. Same answer. Okay. Any questions so far? No. So what's our answer? 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. I will just copy it. 0, 1, 0, 1. 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay. Any questions so far? Can you see that? Okay, this is in the solution already. Go to the next, okay? Convert 83 to 2's complement form. Well, if you have a 1's complement, we'll just add 1 to this. Do you follow? There's a formula in Excel. Okay. There's an Excel formula which you can use to convert into 2's complement right away. Okay. How do you convert to 1's complement? There's a deck to bin kasi, no? For example, you have 83. Okay. 83. So the next power of 2 is 127. Okay. Equals 127. Sorry. Equals deck to bin, no? Deck to bin. This one of the assignments, no? Ungraded anyway, no? Deck to bin of 127 minus this Okay. This is the ones complement. Did you follow? Tama ba? 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Yes. No. Now we can specify the number of places. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. Okay, so 7 places. That's the formula for ones complement. Do you follow? No. This is in the assignment in Dagler. What's the two's complement formula? No. This time this is C22. What's the difference between two's complement and one's complement? So once the two's complement will add 1. Okay? Okay, so that's the two's complement. You can use this, no? But there's a limited number, by the way. No? Limited ito, no? This cannot be used, this formula cannot be used all the time because it's limited to, I think, 100. Can 6 bits, a very few bits, no? I don't think it can reach 1,000 values, a value for 1,000s, no? Now, if Dectobin will not work, what you will do is what? Flip the zeros and 1 and add 1 to this. It's the same answer, right? Diba? 0, 1, 0. This is the ones complement. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. That's the correct one already, no? Do you follow? Okay. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. 1 ang last. Take note of the ones complement and the twos complement. Okay. There are formulas in Excel which you can use to convert them quickly. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So we'll have 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Okay. That's the twos complement of 83. Okay. Now subtract 53 from 97 using twos complement form and show the result in binary. What's the answer? Okay. Subtract 53 from 97. Okay. For 3. 53 from 97 using complement form. What will we convert into twos complement? $53 or 97? We will convert 53 to our strategy. The method will be convert 53 to twos complement because the negative number is the one that's converted into twos complement. And add to 97. Do you follow? Do you follow? Okay, 64, we can use this. Obviously, we can use this. Pwede natin itong gamitin. Okay. First, we'll convert 97. Give me a while, ha? So I'm sorry for the disturbance, no? There's an important call which I have to accept. I'm very sorry. No? So anyway, first we need to convert 97. We can just copy this, no? This table works because 97 is below 128. So 64 will work, no? Do you follow? Any questions so far? No? So 97, we can mark 64 because it's it's smaller than 97. Now, when we are now left with 33, we can mark what? 32. No. Now we can't use 16 because it's not more. So this is, in short, we will have this. Okay. Do you follow? Any questions so far? This will work for fractional values. Okay. Okay. So that's 97. Now let's convert 53. Now we will deal with the most significant bit. Okay. Because if you will start with 53, if you look at this, no, for 53, you will not need 64. Okay. But since we are going to use 2's complement, we have to make use of the most significant bit equal to that of the bigger number. Do you follow? Do you follow? Do you get my point? So we'll just have to mark this as 0. Okay, because, and then we can mark this as 1. Okay. Okay. We're left with 32. So we'll mark this. Sorry, no. 32. So we'll mark this with 1 and then, okay, we're left with 21. Okay, 21. So we can mark this as 1. We're left with 5. So we're looking at the red now. We're left with 5. So we cannot use 8. We also cannot use, we can use 4. Okay, we cannot use 2 and then we can use 1. Okay, do you follow? Okay, so what's the 1's complement? One's complement, we flip zeros to ones, or you can use the short formula, no? Like what? It's important that we include the 0. Do you follow? Do you follow? No? Otherwise, you will have a wrong answer. This is, I'm now flipping ones to zeros and zeros to ones, and then I will add 1. So this will be the 2's complement. And wag lang dyan, no? Because anyway, we're going to, add it to 97 later. 0 plus 1, because we are adding 1, is 1. Okay, the 1's complement. So this is now the 2's complement. How do we convert 2's complement? 1's complement plus 1. So we just have to copy this. So this is now the 2's complement. Of 53. You follow? So what will we do? We will add 97. Does it matter whether 97 is above or below? No, because we're just adding anyway. No? So our 97 is here. Copy this. Okay. It's not yet bold. Okay. 1 plus 1, 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is another 0, carry 1. Okay. 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0. Sorry, no. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. What does this mean? This is a positive result. Take note, no? So indeed, this is not the same as floating point representation, because in floating point, assigned number, when assigned bit is 1, it's negative. It's the reverse, no? So this is nothing to do with floating point representation. Okay. So which means that the answer is this, no? Okay. To check, it's not, hindi dapat red. Okay. To check this, we'll just recompute the actual value. What's this result? Okay. 97 minus 53. Ulit tayo, no? Sorry. This should be a 0. Okay. Sum this. $33. Okay? Bakit 33? Dapat 34, di ba? 97. 7 minus 3 is 4. 44 dapat. Is there something wrong? This is 0, 1. No, this is 1, 1, 0. Okay, follow? These are our answer. So the correct answer is 54. Okay? 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay? Do you follow? So the answer is 97 minus 53 is 44. Okay? So this is our answer. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay? 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Okay? 53 minus 97 minus 54. Now, subtract 97 from 53. The other way around. Okay? Do you follow? Okay? Any questions so far? Subtract 97 from 53. So, baligtarin natin ito. Number 4. So we can use this, right? Because this is 53. Just copy this. Okay, that's 53. But we do not, which number do we convert into 2's complement? 53 or 97? This time it's 97. Okay? So we can copy this above. It's 97. What's 1's complement? Okay. This is 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. What did I do? I just flip the zeros and 1. So we'll have 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Let me cut this, because this is the 2's complement of 97. Okay? Do you follow? Any questions so far? Okay. Any questions? What will we do with this? We will add this to 53. Okay. It doesn't matter because we are now doing addition. No? So it doesn't matter whether which comes first. No border. Okay, which comes first. Okay. It doesn't matter which comes first because we're just adding anyway. No? 1 plus 1, 0, carry 1. Okay. 1 plus 1 plus 0, 0, carry 1. Now this is the critical part. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 1, carry 1. Do you follow? That's the main difference. Okay. Any questions so far? No? So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 1, huh? Carry 1. Because 1 plus 1 is 3, right? 3 in a binary is 1, 1. Okay, so 1, and then the other one we carry, we forward carry, okay? 1 plus 1 is 2, so it's 0, carry 1. Because what is 2? 1, 0, so we carry 4. What is this again? 1 plus 1 plus 1, this is 1, carry 1. Okay? 1 plus 0 plus 1, this is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1, this carry 0, this is negative. You follow? Do you follow? Okay.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Now, how do we check this? It's our answer. Ito yung answer natin, no? How do we check this? What will we do if we are told that this is a 2's complement number? Again, we will check the most significant bit. Okay? Now, the most significant bit is a 1. We will assign it a negative 64. Okay? If it's a 0, we will add one more bit and make it a 1 and add it, give it a negative value. Okay? Do you follow? You look at the slide. Anyway, no? So we'll compute this. Then we'll just get the sum. Okay, so negative 44. Remember our previous answer is positive 44. Okay. Take note, no? That's a short way of computing the value of a 2's complement number. Assign a negative place value if the first is 1. If it's a 0, you extend it and then assign a 1 and a negative place value. Okay. Number 4 na ba tayo? Yeah, we're number 4. We're supposed to solve 8 problems. Okay. So this is our answer. Can I just copy this? Okay ba? Let me check, no? Yes. I'll just remove that, no? Just make sure you remove that, no? Spaces. Para hindi so that it will not be marked wrong by Degler. Okay. Convert the following 2's complement number to decimal. Okay. Any questions so far? Here's the example, no? No. We have to undo. We are given that this is a number in okay. Which number was that? 11101. Okay. Tatlong 1 saka 01. So, yeah. So, kung 11101, so hanggang dito tayo sa 16. Okay. Okay. 11101. Okay. Do you follow? And then we'll get the sum. Now, take note. We are given that this is a 2's complement number. Okay. So since this is a 2's complement number which starts with 1, we will assign the highest place value with a negative number. Okay. Okay. And then we'll sum. Okay, so the answer is -3. Okay. Now, you can check this, no? You can convert to ones complement. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. That's ones complement, right? Okay. Then we'll add 1. Okay. This becomes 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. What is this equal to? This equal to 3. Diba? 1, 1 is 3. So that's -3. Okay. Do you follow? So it's the same thing. Now to convert the 2's complement back to its original value, you just do the same thing. You flip zeros and ones to zeros and add 1. Applying the 2's complement again will reverse to the same value. Okay. Okay. So what's the number? -3. Now this one, convert the following 2's number to this 2's complement number to decimal. It's number 6. Okay. What's the number? 0, 1. Okay, let's copy this. Okay. So how many? So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So we need the whole of 64. All of this. I think we even need something bigger. So we'll have just to move it here. Okay. Okay. So we have 0, 0, 1, 1. 2's complement. This, since we are told that this is a 2's complement number, we have to consider the most significant bit, which is a 0. Do you follow? Since this is a 0, we cannot assign this a -64, but we will go to 128. Okay, we will extend this one more bit and we assign this a 1. Okay, that's how to compute. Do you follow? And then we'll just copy this. Okay, and then we'll sum. Okay, so this is -103. They follow. So this is our answer. Okay, they follow. Or if you want to check, the ones complement is 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, right? You add 1. Okay, this will become a 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Now this is not important anymore, no? Because this is an expanded bit. Do you follow? Expanded ito, no? So we are not going to consider this anymore. So we'll copy this, the place values, and then we'll compute the weights by multiplying partial product, no? Okay, and then we'll compute the sum. This. Oh, it's 103. Do you follow? It's -103. But this is now positive because it's in original form. But the correct answer is still -103 if it was in its 2's complement form. Okay. Okay. So negative 103, that's the answer. Any questions so far? No? Okay. So I'll put this there, no? Anyway, I'll update the, no? I'll update the file. So it will have a better solution. Last meeting we did fractions, right? Do you have questions on fractions? So yun. Wala pa tayong fractions, no? But we'll do the fractions today, no? Binary subtraction sample questions, okay? May oras pa tayo, no? Let me save this, no? Okay. You delete this. And then, yeah, that's the updated file you have there. Binary subtraction sample questions. Okay. And then we look at the, no, the sample on fractions, okay? Subtraction. We did this already last meeting. We'll just go through this again, okay? Show ko na lang ito, no? Have we done this already? Let me just go through this quickly. No, we have done this already, but let me just go through this quickly. Anyway, I have the worksheet here. Binary subtraction fractions. Okay, let me download the solution first. I don't have the worksheet yet. Ito na, nandito na. You can have this. Okay. Go through that na lang, no? Okay. Go through the ano na lang, you go through the quiz yourself, no? I'm not going to go through it anymore, but I'm just going to, oh, nawala man. I'm just going to show you the worksheet, okay? Subtract 6.5 from 11.25 using two's complement addition. Okay. So this is the same process, no? But this time we will involve fractions, no? 11.2, we will convert 6.5 to 2's complement. Okay. So 11.5, so we sign 1.428. Let's just do this again, no? 11.25. Okay. If you have 11.25, you will need an 8, and then you're left with 2, so you cannot have 4. You can subtract the 2 because we are left with 3. We can subtract the 1, okay? And then 0.25, yes, we cannot subtract this because it will become negative. So we'll have this here, no? And this as 0. We'll have to fill up the least significant bit as much as we need to fill up the most significant bit according to the biggest and the smallest number, no? Do you follow? The smallest fraction. The biggest number is 11, so we reach up to the power of 3, 2 to the 3, which is 8. And then 0.25 will have 0.125 in this place, and a 0.25 here. Do you follow? No? Do you follow? Okay. Now 6.7, 6.5, converting 6.5, I'm sorry, no? Later, no? 6.5, okay? Anyway, it's just the label that's wrong. I'm going to update this anyway. No? So we'll just convert this. Okay, do you follow? So for 6.5, we cannot have an 8, but we have to fill this up. Now, because we are going to convert it to 2's complement form. We need a 4, we need a 2, okay? We cannot have a 1, we can have this, no? And we can have this. Hanggang dito tayo, no? Because this is the last. Pwede tayo hanggang dito, no? Do you follow, no? 6.5. So this is 6.5. We convert 6.5 to 1's complement. This becomes 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. And then we add 1. So 1 plus 1 is a 0. And this will become 1 plus 0 is 1. So this is the 2's complement of 6.5. Okay? Okay? So we add 6.5, which is the 2's complement to 11.25. Do you follow? So this is 11.25. So 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0. Carry 1. 1 plus 1 plus 0 is 0. Carry 1. 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. Without any carry. 1 plus 1 is 0. Carry 1. Which means that the answer is positive. Okay? Positive answer. The answer is positive. Do you follow? Okay. So if we check the answer, no? Do you follow? We'll sum this up. Okay. We'll sum this up. But you already know, no? You don't have to check the answer. You just have to deduct 11.25 minus 6.5. That's 4.75. Okay? Do you follow? No? Do you follow? Okay. Subtract 13.5 from 45.375. Any questions so far? No? It's already there, no? So first we will need to convert 45.375. Okay. Into binary, and then the 13.75, since it's negative, we convert it into 2's complement. Okay, we need a 32. Okay, we're left with 13. Ito 13, huh? So we cannot have a 16. We left with 8. So we have 5. This is 0. This 1. 375 is smaller, so we'll have this as 0. This now okay, no? This is okay, and then we have this as 0, no? Okay. Tingnan natin kung hanggang saan yung ano, no? Now, what about 13.5? So, tingin ko hanggang dito lang, no? 13.5, because 0.5 is, no? This is the least significant bit. Take note, no? Least significant bit, and this is the most significant bit. So, we'll have to convert complements up to that point, no? So, we'll have this is the same value we have, no? 13.5, we'll have mark this as 0. We'll mark this also as 0, because if we do that, it will become negative. No? So we'll mark this as 1. Okay. We'll mark this. We have 5.5. We'll mark this as 1. We'll mark this as 0. We'll mark this as 1. Do you follow what I'm doing? No, I hope you do. No. This is a 0. We stop here because no, we include a 0 here because we have to reach up to the least significant bit. Okay, of the bigger and the bigger number and the smaller fraction. Okay, so the ones complement of 13.5 is, we'll just flip this, the zeros to ones. This is a 1 1 because 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 1. Okay, we add a 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, so we copy the rest. So this is the 2's complement of 13.5. Okay, and then we add, we can just copy now, and then I'm just showing the sequence here, but you can just add it right away. No, it doesn't matter whether it's above or below. So we add it with 13.5. So we have 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. No, nothing strange. So the strange part is 1 plus 1 equals 0. Carry 1. The answer is positive. Okay. We convert this, the result is 31.875. So our answer is correct. No? Okay. This is our answer. And the equivalent is 13.875. If you do this, I'm sure it will have the same value. Okay. Any questions so far? Subtract 28.5 from 13.375. Okay. So we will have a negative result here, because 28.5 is a bigger number. First, we convert 13.75. We follow. So how do we do that? This is our this is a 1/2, 1/4, 1/8. Now, any questions so far? We've been doing this. There's a message. Sir, pa-accept daw si Rivo. Okay, I'm sorry. Rivo. Okay. So anyway, you can watch this. Now this is recorded. Okay. So 28.75. Yeah. Divide by 2 lang ito. So 13.7375. So this is a 0. Why do we have to include 16? Because 28 is the bigger number. So we have to include 16. 28 is bigger than 16. So 0. Okay, we need an 8. We're left with 5, so we need a 4. We're left with 1, so we do this. No? 375, we can have a 0.5. I hope you follow. No, we can have this because this is smaller, 0.25, and then we can have this exactly. We have that. No, okay, 0.375. I think we can stop at this point for the moment. No? Tingnan na lang natin. If there's something lacking, we'll just add a bit, which is 0. Okay. And 28.25. Let's run this again. No? Okay. So we need a 16 because we have 28. We're left with 12. We need an 8. We're left with 4. We can have 4. We're left with 1/4. No, so 0 ito, 0 ito, 0 ito, and this is 1. Okay, and then we have to put a 0 here so that it will be equivalent to this. Okay, and we can remove the zeros here. Do you follow? Any questions so far? Now, since 28.75 is a negative number, we will convert it into 2's complement. Okay, so the 1's complement, we'll just flip zeros and ones. So this is 0 0 0. This is 1 1 1 0 1, and then we add 1. So 1 plus 1 is 0. We carry 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. So this will be the 2's complement of 28.25. Okay, do you follow? 13.375 plus 28, the 2's complement. Okay, do you follow? We just add them together. So 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0. Carry 1. 1 plus 0 plus, this is 0, carry 1. This is 1, carry 1. This is 0, carry 1. This is also another 0, carry 1. Another 0, carry 1. 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. The result is negative because the last carry is a 0. Do you follow? The last carry is a 0. Do you follow? This is correct, no? It applied, no? Converting it to decimal. You just assign this anyway, no? But you can convert this yourself, no? You can convert this yourself. Okay? Okay. You can convert it back, no? Incidentally, I think that the method works itself. No? Any questions so far? No, so this is the correct answer. The result is negative. Okay? So anyway, we have 4, 5, 6. 3 more items to solve, no? And we have about 30 minutes. Do you have any questions? Okay. Let's do this. 23.45 is the positive number. So we'll just convert this to binary. Okay. Yeah. So why do we use a 32? Because 58 is greater than 32. Okay. So although we're converting 23, we have to consider that because we are going to convert that into 2's complement. Okay. That's how it is with your doing fractions. When you're doing fractions. So we need a 16. We can have an 8 because we're left with 7. We need a 4. We need a 2 because we're left. We need a 1. With 45, we can't have this. We can have this. We can have 0.25. We can have this. 0.75. We can have this. It's still bigger. What is 0.01? This is bigger. Okay. No, this we can't have this. Can we have this? No. So we have this as 0. Okay. Do you follow? Hanggang dito lang tayo. Okay. 23.45. This is one of the numbers which we cannot exactly represent in 6 decimal or rather 6 binary places. Anyway, this is already considered very small. No? And then 58.5125. Okay, 58. Okay. We need a 32. We're left with 26. We need a 16. We're left with 10. We need an 8. We're left with 2, so we can't have a 4. We can have a 2. Okay. We cannot have a 1. We can have a 0.5. Okay, we can't have this. Right? Because that's bigger. If you have this, it's also bigger. Okay. So we'll have this. No, that's bigger. So, okay. We'll have this. Is this bigger? Yes, it's bigger. And then we'll have this. Okay. That's still bigger. So we'll have this. No? Do you follow? Do you follow? Now you take note that we can only reach up to this. This is the most significant part, no? Do you follow? Kasi 0, 0 na ito eh, no? Both of them are both zeros in the, no, there's no need. You discard the common zeros on the trailing common zeros, no? Yung mga trailing, leading yung nasa left, trailing yung nasa right, okay? So, the ones complement of 58.175, we'll just convert this, we'll just flip the ones to zeros and zeros to ones. Here 0, 1, this is a 0, this is a 1, this is 0, this is 1, 1. And then we add a 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. And then we just copy the rest because there's nothing more to add. Okay? And then we add them again. This is 23.45 minus the 58, which is the 2's complement. And we have negative 35. If you try to compute that, no? Pwede pala siya mag-work, no? This is a 0. We extend this to 1. And we will have the correct answer, which is negative 35.60625. Rivo, wala pa nakapasok. Rivo, you just watch this anyway, no? Rivo. Okay. Sorry. No. Okay, do you have any questions? $85.251. So anyway, I'll just be online on Wednesday if you have questions, okay? I'll go online on Wednesday if you have questions, okay? So unat, 85.251. This is in Degler already, right? So no problem. So if you have an 85, you will need a 64. You're left with 21, you cannot have a 32. We can have a 16. We're left with 5, so therefore we cannot have an 8. We can have a 4. We cannot have a 2. Then we can have a 1. We cannot have a 0.5. We can have a 2.5. And then we cannot have this because if you mark this as 1, it will become negative. Okay. We also can't have this, obviously, no? Oh, negative. How about this? Can we have this? No. Can we have this? So this, no. So hanggang 0 lang tayo, no? That's 85.251, okay? And then the 69.512, we are going to convert into 2's complement. You follow? Any questions? So the same thing. So we need a 64. Why are we using a 64? Because 85, no, is bigger than 64, no? Even if you are using 69, you have to use a 64, no? Okay. So we need this anyway. 64, 69 is bigger, so there's no question. So we're left with the 5, so we cannot have this. We cannot have this. We can have a 4. We're left with the 5. We're left with the 1, so we cannot have this. We're left with a 0.5, so we can have this. 0.012, we cannot have this, no, because if you have it will become negative, so we'll return it back. 0.125, I think this is just correct. Oh no, no, kulang. Okay, so we can have this. No, we can't have because it's ano pala 012. So this is a 0. If you make this 1, that's negative, so that's still a 0. Do you follow? Okay. Now, if you look at the significant places, no, look at that. Okay, hanggang dito lang tayo, no? Dito lang, no? Okay, if you follow, we discard the trailing zeros. We will stop at the last one on the least significant bit. Ito yung last one, no? We'll also stop at the first one in the most significant bit. Okay, whichever is larger. Any questions so far? No? So this, hanggang dito lang tayo, no? Okay. So the ones complement. So we'll have 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. I'm just flipping the zero ones, no? To zeros and zeros to 1. Okay. And then I'm going to add 1. Adding 1 to the ones complement will convert to 2's complement. 1 plus 1 is 0, carry 1. And then there's no other one to add. We'll just have this. Okay, so I'm just going to copy the 85.251. I'm going to copy the 2's complement of 69.512. Then we add them. Okay, and compute the answer. The answer is 15.739. Now, is this an exact answer? Take note, it's not an exact answer. The exact answer in decimal is 15.739, but our subtraction only gave us 15.75 because we did not also exactly convert. Diba? We just stop at the 6th binary place. So therefore, there's sometimes there are numbers like in binary, in other numeric systems, there are numbers in decimal which cannot be accurately converted to binary, except if you extend to a very long set of decimal places. Okay? Any questions? You studied this again on Wednesday, no? Okay. So now, let's go the other way. 69.512 minus 85.251. It's the same set. Okay? So this time, we will convert the 85 to 2's complement. So the 69 is no problem. 1, we're left with 5, so we can't have this. We can have 4. Okay, we're left with 1.5, so we can have this. We can have the 0.5. We'll have this 0.0125. Okay, we can't have this. No, obviously it will become negative. Oh. So can we have this? No, we can't because it will become negative also. Okay, so can we have this? No, we can't. Can we have this? No, we can't. So therefore, that's our 69.512. Okay, this is this decimal place. Any questions so far? So the ones complement will convert the we'll flip the ones to zero. So this is a 1. So this becomes a 0. This is a 0. This becomes a 1. This 1 becomes a 0. This a 0 becomes a 1. This 1 becomes a 0. This 0 becomes a 1. 1 becomes a 0. 0 becomes a 1, and 1 becomes. Why do we reach up to this point? Because this is the last one. Okay, ito yung last one. This is a 0. We will stop at the last one. This is the last one. Take note. This is not the last one. Okay, this is the last one. So we stop at this point. Okay, and we also stop at the first one on the left side. Okay, so we add 1 to convert into 2's complement. 0 plus 1 is 1, and there's nothing more to add. We'll just copy. So 69.512 will convert. No, we'll just add. The answer is negative 0.739. Okay, and take note, our answer is still not exact. No, it's also negative 15.75. It's not exact because we did not exactly convert. Okay, any questions? So that's
Sir,
all.
question po, sir.
Yes,
May question po ako, sir.
yes, please. Sino
Yung
ito?
sa ano, Felry po, sir,
Yes,
pungase.
yes.
Sir, mag-iba yung answer if kahit hindi natin i-disregard yung trailing zero, sir.
You only disregard the trailing zeros based on the last one. Ito. You will have the wrong answer. If you will not disregard this,
Opo.
most probably you will have the wrong answer.
Sige
I tried
po,
that
sir.
before, no? So disregard mo yung mga hindi nakasali. You only stop at the last one on the right side. On the left side, you start at the first one. Okay, on both
Sige po,
numbers.
sir.
Okay? Okay? So, you do the test yourself. Okay? There's a sample exercise. Hanggang saan ito? You do this and compare this to your September 15 eh. Can I convert? 17 na lang, no? So the 3 tests, no? You have 3 practice tests which you can do before Friday. So I think that's still time enough. You have 4 days to do the practice tests. The solutions are there. You can compare them. Okay. So any questions so far? Okay. So you have 15 minutes more, no? But we're done. Make sure, no? You email me, and then I think we've covered enough. You have 3 practice tests. And I think you had the whole the whole of the weekend, because we have discussed I think extensively enough, no? So you have 3 practice tests. If you study them well, there's no reason, okay, you can't do good. Good luck, no? Everyone, good luck on the second test. And then for Haidemi, I'm going to give you a test starting tonight, no? Ugatse, you can start the test tonight, okay? I'll email you the new password, okay? Okay? So good luck on Friday, no? Everyone. So I'll upload this session anyway, no? See you next meeting. No. See you next week. Okay? Sir, pa-accept daw.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Rivo, you watch I'm going to upload this. Okay? You have to watch the recorded video. Okay? Okay. So if you have questions, you can ask me on Wednesday. I'll go online on Wednesday to attend to your questions. Okay? So see you next week, everyone. Good luck to your second formative test. This is not supposed to be difficult, no? Make sure it's not supposed to be difficult, no? Bye, everyone.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.